Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to Two Generations,
One conversation
where perspectives may differ, but the goal is always connection. So we are here for our fifth installation, and today's topic is an interesting one again. Um, whose job is it anyway?
That's my question.
Chores, responsibility, and family expectations.
Hmm.
So, guys, we're gonna dig into teens and chores and kind of the perspective of whose responsibility it is, why parents give chores, expectations, um, are they how are they viewed from generation to generation. I think it's gonna be a lovely conversation.
Oh, I think not.
So with that, we'll begin with let's talk about the generational differences with chores, just the basic of chores. And I'll go first from me growing up and having chores. Yes, I had chores. I had there were certain things I needed to do. I had to do my laundry. We had two dogs, so I had to feed the dogs because I live in the islands, as we know, in Trinidad and Tobago, and our dogs mainly live outside in canals and things of that nature. So I had to wake up and bathe the dog, clean their kennels, wash it down, so they don't smell, keep them clean, do my laundry. My mom had this thing about ironing your clothes. Not just the clothes you go out with, but the clothes you stayed home in. I hated that. But that was one of my chores as well. Um, and then as I got older, she included like, cooking mainly the dog food because we cooked the food for the dog. So that was one of the things. Um, and back in my time, chores wasn't negotiable. Like you didn't get an opportunity to say, well, I don't want to do this chore or whatever. You just was told, okay, you do these things, the cadence to do it, and you needed to get it done, or else it was hell to pay. Um, so we'll give Dayla the opportunity to discuss, first of all, what she thinks chores should be, I guess, in this younger generations. What do you think? And then
I don't think chores should exist.
that's that's why I said this topic was gonna be interesting because Dana don't like doing the chores. But go ahead, tell the world what you think should be with chores.
Personally, in my household, I think chores should not exist. I have no evidence. I have no claims, no evidence, no facts to back up why. But I just feel like I don't need to do chores because I don't like to do chores. But jokes aside, chores, in my eyes, I guess, are parents preparing you to do stuff on your own. Now, I have a long way before I'm doing stuff on my own, Mom. I don't need to do that right now. I know how to do the dishes. I know how to, do
I
the
beg to
laundry.
differ.
But I totally understand.
Tell the truth, Delia. Let's go back to I know how to do the dishes. Sorry.
Okay, no, we're not gonna tell my business to everybody. but chores, of course, are something that your parents, guardians, elders give you to learn how to do things by yourself. Because when we're gone, imagine not knowing how to wash the dishes. Ooh. Or doing your own laundry, or folding your clothes, cleaning your room. Now, I do have my favorite chores, and I have the chores that I don't like. Now, I don't like chores in general.
Wait, hold on. Don't say nothing. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. You just said you had a favorite chore?
Yeah.
Share that with me and the world. What is your favorite chore?
I like to clean my dog. I like to give him baths, and I like to clean my room on my own time. Not when you come in there and tell me to clean my room. I can feel when my room is dirty. Like,
what did we learn last episode? What? No cap?
No cap. See, this is why I said this not for her. She doing this and saying no cap.
Okay, no cap, no cap.
But no,
Go ahead.
but honestly, chores are there for you to learn how to do things for yourself. I have a little while now, so I'll start to learn how to do it like a little bit later. But for right now, I know what to do. I know what the basics are. But in my opinion, I think. Well, actually, okay. Let me get this out. I think my chores, I should be able to be paid for my chores, and not like a big salary, right? Because we stopped this. We used to do this. Don't itch your head. No, don't do that. I used to get paid for my chores, and it didn't used to be It didn't used to be like a high amount. It was like I think it was $17 a week, and she was paying me bi-weekly. I felt like I had a job. I was getting $14 every 2 weeks. That's a lot. And I think I was like, I don't know how old I was. I was pretty young, and she was just taking the money, and she'd give me some, and she'd save the rest. Why are you looking at me like that? But I think I should be getting paid because I feel like I would do the chores if I knew I was getting a little money for it, and that's also preparing me for a job. Like you think I'm gonna want to work if I'm not getting paid?
No. We're going
She just don't want to pay me. That's why.
No,
That's why, guys.
let's dissect what you just said. First of all, okay, let's dissect what you just said.
Okay.
So you touch on a good couple important things that I wanted to talk about further. But let's talk about whether chores should be paid chores or just you do your chores. And so again, generationally, I didn't get paid to do chores.
See, she's passing that down on to me now.
No. When I became a parent, I was like, okay, I was trying to do things a little bit different. And I was like, okay, she needs to do chores at an early age, start doing chores. But I did implement the allowance because there was this thing, okay, oh, I want allowance. So I was like, okay, if you're gonna get allowance, then you do something for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because my thought process was, as she mentioned, it's the chores is to teach them life lessons, and we'll go into that a little further. But also, I felt like okay, money management was important, and then just learning of when you go into the real world, and you have a job, doing something, you get paid for it.
Yep.
So we started that way, and she might have been 8 or 9.
I was thinking I think it was 7
around there.
Mm-hmm.
We had this nice little board. It was like 50 cents for every little thing that she did because she had small things. It was like I don't know if we started right away with dishes, but it
was like clean the room.
Yeah, like clean your room, make up your bed, pick up the dog poop, that thing. So it was like 50 cents for each task, and then it added up to like I think it was like $10 it started at.
No, it was $7 a week. I remember.
It was $7 a week. Okay, exactly. Yeah, $7 a week. That's true. That's true. So
$1 every day.
So as she did the chores, she got a little check or a star. We had a little board, and then she would add up what we call her salary. If you didn't do your chore and I had to tell you,
I didn't get paid that day,
then you didn't get whatever that chore amount, you lost that money. But it became, as she got older and started adding more chores, it was like we had to tell her, okay, Daily, you need to do that. So I was like, okay, fine. We're going to take the money away from you. You're just going to have chores and you need to get it done.
That didn't help, did
right? It? Of course it didn't. Well, you see, she saw her own stuff, right? Yeah, it didn't help because we all know, as the world will know, Daily is lazy. And then she right? To an extent. Not in a bad way. But I think all teenagers get to that point where they're lazy, they don't want to do different things. They wait till the last minute to do chores and things of that nature. So, I think parents have to find a balance and understand what are we trying to teach them, right? So we took away the money because what we're trying to teach Dahlia is you lost your job because you're not performing, right? Because that can happen in the real world. When you go into the real world and you're not doing what is asked of you by your boss, your manager, supervisor, etc., and your performance evals are not showing production, what happens? You either get written up, and after so many being written up more than once, then you could lose your job. So all of that was to teach you. Now you don't get any money. Now you just have to do the chores, right? Um, I think I think I'm not gonna sit here and tell anybody how to run their household. I think you have to know the type of child you have, and you have to understand, you know, their their method of thinking, and to understand what will benefit them and what will really teach them for the future is what I'm saying. I realized that the money was an incentive to Dahlia, but I think because Dahlia comes from a home where she is spoiled and she pretty much gets not everything but gets a lot, that it wasn't teaching her valuable lessons. So that's
So
why
yeah, I
I
was gonna
took
say that would it felt like me being paid to do chores was more of like a privilege thing because
yes.
not everyone gets paid for chores.
Yeah.
So
So I that's why we took that away.
are we bringing it
Now
back?
no.
You
Um
heard that, guys?
yes, no. But fast forward now she's almost 16. I also think that I wouldn't say we haven't progressed, but I will say we're still struggling with the
Okay.
chores, right?
Okay.
Because again, there is just she is a child, she just doesn't want to do it. And so that's why I think you have to set these boundaries really early. And I think teens also need to understand that we're not punishing you when we give you chores, because and I think this will segue into like the other part of the topic, why chores matters. We're not punishing you by giving you chores. What we're trying to do as parents is set you up for life. As you talk about, you're saying that you're not going to leave home soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize that you have 2 more years? I mean, you're about to get out of school in a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 more years for high school.
True.
And if
I could learn how to do the dishes in under 2 years. Come on.
okay, Daily, you've been doing dishes since you ate.
Shh.
You've been doing dishes since you ate. And we still have to tell you, or I should say, your dad still have to tell you how to pack the dishwasher properly so it doesn't get stuck with the what do you call that, the little
I
the
don't know. I don't know what it's
propeller,
called.
or that the wares, all of the wares get cleaned
So
appropriately,
I wouldn't
or
say
don't
from
just put greasy wares in the dishwasher without scrubbing it out a little bit first.
correction. I only started doing dishes when I was 10 and 15. It's only been 5 years. Don't drag
No,
it from
Delia,
eight.
I
Yes,
think you
I remember
started
for
to.
my birthday because he was like, when you turn 10, you're gonna start doing dishes. I
Okay,
was horrified.
so that makes it even worse. You are saying in 5 years you still don't know how to
I mean, but you
do.
were dragging it saying 8 years
And
old.
I don't think it. I think it doesn't. It doesn't reflect good on you, whether it's when you was 8 or when you was 10. The point is, if after a year you cannot pack a dishwasher and it's five
Wait,
years
hold on. Don't
now,
tell everybody that now because people gonna be like, she's 6 years old, can't pack a dishwasher. Yes, I can pack a dishwasher. I'm a little bit lazy. That's all.
oh wait,
You don't
wait a
tell
minute,
everybody
we
I
have
can't.
this. Say it again. You are what?
That's AI.
Ah!
That's AI.
No, she's lazy.
I mean, I
She
just
no, she's lazy, and
don't make a
she
list.
still cannot pack the dishwasher to perfection
Why are
after
you
5 years.
everybody that?
So back to the
Oh
point
my
at
God.
hand, that we're telling, that from a teenager perspective, right? From a
Mhm.
teenager's perspective, like, what have you learned with you having to do chores and things of that
Okay,
nature?
well, actually, ever since you got me I realized the problem was I don't mind doing the dishes. I didn't like to do them because I didn't like to get my hands dirty. Because I'm kind of like a little princess when it comes to stuff. But ever since you guys got me the gloves, I've heard no complaints. It's just me not doing the dishes. The dishes have always come out clean ever since I got my gloves. Y'all haven't said anything for the past 4 or 5 weeks now. I think maybe
I mean,
I'm
that's
dragging it.
true,
That was what it
but
was.
what I would like is if what I would like is if you can come home from school or even on a weekend and and identify, oh, you know what? Let me empty the dishwasher and put the dishes that's in the sink in there and start preparing without me having to come 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or even when you come from school, 6:30 when I'm coming in there if you all want me to make dinner and there is piles of dishes. The dishwasher is not empty, so I can't, as I'm cooking, because I like a clean kitchen when I start to cook.
True.
And so now I just finished work. I'm tired
full,
and I have to go.
dirty.
Yes. And
No,
I
I
call you
understand.
3 times.
Don't say 3, say 2.
It's 2. It's the truth. Call you 3 times and you don't come. And then when I yell, you have an attitude. So I think teens have to understand from both perspectives, from the parent's perspective, right? And it's not so much that we want you to do the job. Again, like we were going into, is that we're preparing you for life, right?
Job,
I
home.
can wash the dishes if I need to. I mean, sometimes I do,
You
like
do.
when I'm thinking. But the point is, if that's a responsibility of you for you to do, I want you to be responsible and do that consistently. That's the thing. You don't have consistency with your chores. And I think teenagers, that's a skill that I think this generation just they lack the consistency. It's like they'll do something for 2 days and then they'll be like, oh yeah, I don't feel like doing that. Right. And when we tell you about it, you get mad. So so that's one thing. I think when we talk about life lessons is that, like, in 2 years time you may leave the house and go off to college.
True.
Like, cleanliness to me is important because you may be sharing a space with someone or or several individuals.
Ooh, they can do that.
There are some dorms that they have
Oh
like
no, I'm gonna have to get a
four.
full
I think
ride.
it's like they'll have like 4 rooms, but one common area. So you have your own bedroom, but you have a common area.
Oh no, I need a dorm
and
by
I think
myself.
a kitchen.
Just a bed, a kitchen, whatever. It was in a dorm.
Okay,
by
next
myself.
episode we'll talk about college life.
Ooh, I like that idea.
I think that's something. Stay tuned. But again, remember you're going to be living with individuals you don't know, right?
Probably. Don't say it into existence now. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Buttercup,
Probably.
listen, you better be prepared because you're most likely going to be living with someone in a dorm room. So therefore, you have to be able, yes, and you may not get somebody that's clean, but if
Can't you like kick them out or something? I think there needs to be something for that where you could write up to like the front office and say my partner is messy, please move them to another room.
No, you can't just do that.
Yes, I can.
You probably could talk to the dean and they'll have a conversation there, but they're not going to just move them just like that. I don't think. More to come. Oh Lord.
Okay, but the dishes though, right? I understand because it's almost with every chore. Like I tend to do my chores later because when I come home, well, this week of course I haven't had that much work and I've been doing my stuff. But like not second quarter, like third quarter, fourth quarter, or early fourth quarter, I would come home with a whole bunch of work and I would just come home and I'd stress and I'd be like even in the night I'd ask grandma, oh grandma, can you please empty the dishwasher? So all I have to do is come home and put the stuff in the dishwasher. Cause that work and like coming home from school, please, and coming home from school doing all that work, like just
I need some sound effect. You know, on cartoon they say womp womp womp. Okay, so let me ask you this, right? Okay, that and
she's counterattacking
no,
me.
No.
I'm not gonna win this conversation.
No, I get that, right? Okay, yeah, you have you overwhelm and you stuff like that.
Not even
but here's the
just
thing.
Stressed.
Here's what I see.
What do you see?
You get home here, she finished school 1:45, you get home like 2:20 most of the time, most days. Your father, he's always on time. 2:20. From 2:20 to 3 o'clock, or even 2:45 daily, you could empty the dishes, pack the dishwasher, pick up poop, feed the dog, and be done with all your chores.
Well,
Because in
honestly,
the
I always
week,
forget about that.
because in the week you don't have a lot of chores, right? Most in the week, all you have is the dishes, the dog. Make sure the dog, dog poop is picked up, and the dog is fed,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your cleaning of your room normally is the weekend where you have, the Saturday or Sunday. So you can't tell me when you get in here 2:20 to 3 o'clock. That is more than 45 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least close to 45 minutes that you cannot do those three things. But you come in here, you go in the bathroom, you spend 15 minutes because you're on your phone, you're on Instagram, you blah, 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 blah. Then time is drawing near. And then if you have homework, now you start getting overwhelmed or whatever. And so back to the life skill, that is preparing you time management. See how that,
See how she has a counterattack for this? I told you I wasn't gonna win.
but it's the truth. That is preparing you. Besides the chores, is preparing you for life skills to have.
True.
Just with you coming from school and having schoolwork and whatever, that's preparing time management. Okay, how am I going to manage my time to make sure that I get my chores done, I get my thing. So now if you had a sport, if you was playing a sport, imagine that.
But you did see I was maintaining my time with volleyball too. When I had volleyball and I do all my schoolwork, I do the dishes, I do the dog. The only chore I actually really do forget is feeding and like cleaning his water. Like I'm not that one always like slips my mind. Like I don't even think about it.
But think about
But
this too, right? Think
mhm.
about this. Do you eat in a
Oh my
dirty
gosh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew
do
it.
you eat in a dirty plate or a dirty cup?
Well, it depends if I come back for seconds. And he eats the
Then
same
don't
thing
play.
every day.
Don't play
So
with me. No, you know the question I'm asking you. Do you okay? You want to be like that? Do you initially eat in a dirty plate or the dirty cup?
I mean, yeah, if I have like chocolate milk with my breakfast and I'm like,
Then I
and then I
stop.
put some
Stop
water in
it.
and I'll drink.
Stop it.
I'm telling
Answer the question
no.
correctly, and you know it's true.
Oh my gosh.
And that's the point, right? So why should the dog eat in a dirty cup? You have to eat, or I mean, a dirty bowl. You think about that. Um, so again, I think teens have to understand there's so much more to why parents make choice. So we talked about the life skill, we talk about time management. Um, what about accountability, right? That's where I
True.
shouldn't have
They
to
tell me I should
tell
just be
you
able to do it. Yeah.
exactly, because when you go into the real world, nobody's so paint me a
Oh
scenario.
my
No, listen
goodness.
to this. Listen to this. Paint me a scenario. You are what is that? Early adult, finish
Mm-hmm.
school, and you have your own apartment, living on your own. Nobody to tell you to do nothing. And I want you not to think about what you know you're supposed to do, but think about what you currently do. What would your house look like?
Do I have to say it? Okay, bro.
Yeah. And think about your room
No, we're not. We don't tell the general public what goes on in my room.
no, listen, think about your room when I have to come in there and be like, that's it, give me all your devices, right? Picture that and think about, okay, perfect world. You are a young adult living on your own. And this has been consistently a habit. And I have not tell you about it. Me and your dad have not tell you about it. And we have let you just do what you want, whatever. Now you're a young adult. What do you think your house is going to look like?
I don't even say it, but I know what it would look like. I don't think I want to say it, but I know what it looked like.
Okay. Right? So again, another life lesson Because she know it will be
It
it
would
will be
be
trash.
okay. Wait, that's too far. It would be semi messy because if anything, I would wash my own dishes because I'm the only one who ate out of them. I don't like to like clean off of other people. Like my dishes would be fine. That would be good. The only thing is just like my room because I have a habit of like when I can put stuff where it is, but when I take stuff I don't put it back. So that's my only problem. Like my room is like I don't have like trash on the floor. You'll barely ever see trash on the floor or food in my room. You might see like 2 cups now and then, but the teens know. Like teens know you keep cups in your room, now and then.
Is that a thing?
Yes, that's a thing.
Why? No,
That
that's roaches and rats.
hold on, wait. Hold on, that's too far. Just okay, the cups would be like I took a beverage in there and I was like drinking it all day and I just didn't like bring it back in my room. But it doesn't get to a point where there's like physical food sitting in my room, like half a bowl of cereal that's been there for a day or anything. Like
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this one question. If I don't come in there sometimes, I'll be like, Dilla, you better clean this room.
no, cause
No.
last
Wait a
week-
minute. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Tell the people. Tell the people the truth.
Oh my
If
gosh.
I don't come in there sometimes, I'd say, Delia, this is ridiculous. Give me all them devices. How many cups did you bring out last week?
Only 2? What are you talking
Delia?
about? I only bring out
Delia?
2. Stop lying. I only bring out 2. It was
Delia.
the orange and the blue cup.
No. That day, and I was like, Delia, do you see how many cups you brought out from there? No, tell the world. How many cups was it?
I overdid it that time. I'm not gonna say how much. But there is times like, especially when no one's in the house, because not even less than 2 weeks ago, I took out my whole room. I took out all my things from under my bed. I changed my sheet. Did I mop? No, I didn't mop, but I swept because no one was home. I had my headphones on. Grandma was sleeping. Y'all were at the game. I was like, you know what? Let me clean up my room. And I cleaned out my room. I swept out my closets. I swept under my bed. I swept twice. I made sure to rearrange some stuff like underneath my desk and stuff. And I put it back and I did it by myself. No one told me
And
anything.
that's all good. That's all good.
I think maybe it's
But
y'all's presence that make the room dirty.
oh, please,
I think that's
whatever.
it.
No, that is all good. The problem is it's the consistency.
It is. That's
right?
the problem.
It's the consistency. Like I already told you, I said, okay, every other weekend you scrub your bathroom and do it. Now, and then the thing about it is, it's not that Delia can't do chores. It's not that she don't know how to do it. She cleans up when she does it. It's good.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Putting away the clothes is a problem. But I think a lot of teens go through that where they don't like to fold clothes. Their drawers is overpacked.
That is the worst
stuff
out
is
there.
thrown in the
That is
closet.
the worst chore out there. Is folding your clothes. Oh my goodness.
So what do you
Can't do it.
So
Can't
let
do
me
it.
ask you.
I already told my mom and dad when I move out, I'm going to have a housemate. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not folding my clothes. I'm not doing no dishes.
Now, I
And
just
that's gonna
want the
happen.
world to
It's gonna
know.
happen.
You do hear all these things that she's saying that she gonna have, like Kim Kardashian in the making.
Yeah.
It's but
later on, of course, I'm not gonna get it like
but I hope that takes money. Okay.
No.
And in order to make money, you have to have the education, get a good paying job, and all of that. So again, we're going back to the life lessons, right? So we talked about life skills, we talk about time management. It can help with time management, it can help with accountability, but it also helps with character building, right?
How does doing the dishwasher help me build my character?
So we're going back to that scenario that I painted just now. You're an early adult. No, wait, follow me. Early adult, living on your own, right? You're not doing the things you're supposed to do because we didn't train you. You carried over that habit into your young adulthood. Your place is a mess, and you meet a boy.
Okay, I don't like where this is going. No, I don't like where
and
this
then
is
he
going.
said, well, can I come over? And he comes over, and you have clothes thrown on the chair. You have trash overflowing. You have sink with 2 weeks old dishes. Right? Tell me what you're telling that boy.
I'm at a loss of words.
Exactly. So that also builds character because people will judge you by the way your house, when they come to your house. Some people, I mean, we shouldn't judge. We all know that. But I mean, if I go to somebody's house, if I go to your house and that's the appearance, I'm gonna be like, "Ooh," you know what I'm saying? So I think it also helps build character, right? Keep, keeping if you're neat in home, that means when you go to work, your desk is going to be neat. But if you're messy at home, now I'm not gonna lie, my desk is not always neat. But on a Friday, but I use several things on my desk on a daily
Yeah. You
basis.
see that napkin over
But
there?
but on a Friday I will make sure I neaten it up so the desk looks thick. But just saying, you know, that's how these things spill over into the real world, real life scenarios, right? Because what you do at home is what you're going to do at someone else's home at other places.
True.
Remember, I'm always fussing at y'all like that. I was like, if y'all don't flush the toilet,
I'm not gonna do it at
when
someone
you
else's
finish, when you
house.
go at somebody's house, you're not going to flush the toilet. Like, so those are simple things. These things help you build character,
Mm.
and then you pass it down.
Can you get a point this episode? Okay.
And it also gives you skills, right? It just gives you basic skills of doing things. Because I remember, okay, so I know for a fact I did chores. Like I was able to do laundry. I was able to wash dishes. Pretty much straighten up the house and stuff. Because in the Caribbean, I mean, you are deep cleaning for Easter, when school go out for summer, for Christmas,
I wouldn't
like
survive.
you deep cleaning, right? And I remember my mom would have she loved ceramics. She would have this we call it a space saver, but like a nice chest with all her ceramics. I had to take every single one, take it outside and wash it, put them out to dry. We had carpet. When it was Christmas time, we'd take all the furniture out, take
All
up,
the furniture
take
out?
all the furniture out,
I couldn't do
take
it.
all the carpet out, put it outside in the yard, and scrub the carpet, let it dry.
I would have had to run away. I couldn't take that.
So, but when when I left Trinidad and came here at 21 on my own, um, I had skills, right?
True.
I had
Okay.
basic skills if I lived on my own so that, I can keep a house clean. I knew the basic things. I didn't cook as much, but I learned. So again, those are the things that I'm talking about where it gives you just basic life skills. So when you do go on your own, because let's go back to the scenario now. So now
Oh
you
my God, we keep adding on to the scenario.
that's the basic basis of it, right? You now, all right, you could clean and whatever.
No, I can clean.
We're talking about the scenario, right? The scenario, clean or whatever. And again, you can't cook.
Not yet. Stop telling the people these
You
things.
see, you told on yourself. I didn't say you. I'm talking about the scenario. The scenario.
That was AI.
Yeah, the girl in the scenario. You can't cook, right? Where does that leave you? And I'm not saying everybody needs to be perfect cooks. That is
So
not what I'm saying, because
basically-
I do know there are many adults who, not that they don't like to, or they may not be able to, but I'm just saying basic, right?
So
Just
basically,
basic.
the sum of this is that you're saying chores set a foundation for my adulthood.
Man, see how smart you are? Look at that. Look at that. And that's it in a nutshell. It also gives you independence, right?
Yeah, so I could learn how to do it by myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it gives
true.
you independence.
Okay, no, you got it. No, I'll give
We
you
talked
props this
about the
episode.
share spaces. It encourages you to respect share spaces. So when you go in the dorm, you
Stop
respect
saying that.
the people. Listen, our next topic is college life because Daily is not ready for college life.
I'm not. I'm not.
And please send in some
But it
comments
sounds
on that.
fun though.
Um, so let's pivot a little bit. So we talked about we already captured that
The
there
true
are
meaning
some
behind chores.
generational differences
Okay.
in chores, right? Whether or not it should be paid or not, and the benefits and sometimes the cons of it, right? Of
Mm-hmm.
thing. We talked about what it teaches you, what chores can teach you, and why it matter. Um, let's talk about conflicts, common household conflicts, and sort of building responsibility without constant arguing.
Like revolving chores or just in general?
I guess both,
Oh.
both, right?
Oh boy.
So we touched a little bit about this where I said that what really frustrates me is me always having to tell you things, right? When we
Mm-hmm.
sat you down and we told you the chores, a matter of fact, I printed out a schedule for
Oh
Delia.
my goodness.
Yes.
Shh.
Right? I printed out a schedule for Delia, Monday to Friday, what you have weekend. Every other weekend, you scrub your bathroom. Every weekend, do a deep dive of your room, empty your bag, get your laundry done, fold your laundry, um, change your sheets, all of those things,
Mm-hmm.
right? A written schedule. Don't close your eyes. A written schedule. And I am a paper and pen person, which I get picked on a lot, printed out. And yet still you don't do it consistently. And so I think teens have to remember some of this causes arguments and causes the conflicts between parents because we are like fast paced, right? We're trying to get the house organized. We have work, we have
Mm-hmm.
taking kids here, taking things here. We shouldn't have to now remember did Delia do her chores? Did Delia do this? Oh my gosh, this needs to be done. She hasn't. It's Saturday evening. She hasn't started doing laundry yet. There's other people in the house to do laundry. Your brother can't do his laundry. I have to do his laundry. Your dad, he likes to wash his
Stuff.
landscaping business clothes
Mm-hmm.
separately. So and we're waiting on you. You have one load in the washing machine.
Now hold on,
Three
because
more.
if
No,
that's
wait.
there
Three
and your
more
load
loads
is
to
right
what?
after,
No, no,
you
no.
could move my stuff if it's bothering you. Come on now.
No, that you see, that is the thing. No accountability. I'm not hearing you. No
No, I'm
accountability,
at a
right?
loss of words. I have nothing to say.
Why you have nothing to say, right? So sometimes that can create, I know for me, an overwhelmed feeling because I also hate to be every minute, didn't I do this, and we calling you, right? And then I think for you sometimes you tend to feel overwhelmed and you can say yes or no or answer overwhelmed or feel like you being bugged or that I think you feel now like when the chores is unfair or it's work or it's I don't know.
Well, I don't even have anything to say because I'm not gonna come and counterattack it. But sometimes I don't know. Like I know I'm supposed to do it, but it just still feels like a lot. Like on the weekend after like a long week of school and stuff, like I don't want to do no chores. Like come on now. Like y'all could empty the dishwasher this weekend. Y'all was doing it for 7 years when I couldn't do anything. Y'all could just do the dishwasher Saturday and Sunday. Like,
Okay,
but
let's go back to the scenario.
but
No, I
no,
want to go back to
but
the
that's just my
scenario.
initial thought. I mean, it's not gonna change. I'm still have to do it anyways. If anything, I like doing it on the weekend because I have nothing to stress about. I'm not doing no work or anything on the weekend. If it's anything, I just hate doing it in the weekdays. So
But if that's the thing. You just said the key word. I know I'm going to have to do it anyway. So if you get that
You
mindset, right? I know I'm going to have to do it anyway. So if you're going to have to do it anyway, why not do it on your own
that only
terms?
applies on the weekend. That's why. Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does. It makes sense to me.
No, you see, that's the thing with your generation. You I want to use the word, you use things conveniently to think. It should apply across the board. Do it on your own terms. If you don't want to hear me,
But if I do it on my own time, right? Like I want to do dishes when everybody's done eating, and anyone else can relate. If I'm doing dishes at 3 o'clock, people are gonna be eating snacks. Little cup, dad likes to come and drink his coffee. That's gonna make a whole another thing, and then you're gonna be like, the kitchen's dirty, right? Right before dinner, and then whatever. That's me getting up 3 times to do dishes.
no,
Like,
Delia.
no.
First
Let me
of
get this
all,
out. But if I were to do it after, if I say I were to just empty the dishwasher, I could empty, but then leave the sink until what time does everyone finish eating? Like 6:30, 7 o'clock?
and how am I gonna cook if I need to cook?
I don't like this topic. I don't like this topic.
When the sink is full of dishes, and when you come home and be like, Mom, can you make some chicken Alfredo? I'm like, okay, sure. And then when I go in there, the sink is full of dishes. I can't
Just
find a
correction.
spoon.
When I asked for chicken Alfredo, she doesn't say that. By the way, she doesn't say yeah, sure. We end up getting it 2 weeks later. Just to put that in there.
That's a lie. Stop lying.
But no, I understand that part too. But I think that excessive thing that you guys used to do was making me empty the dishwasher when there was like 2 little dishes in there. I mean, not the dishwasher, cleaning the sink. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. But now it's fine.
I think part of the problem too with this generation is that all of the devices that they have also distracts them from doing their chores in a timely manner because they want to be on social media, they want to be playing the game, they want to be thinking. And when they get engrossed in these games, before you know, just like an hour, right? Even though in their head they're like, okay, well, I'm gonna play a game for 5 minutes, then I'm gonna go do it my chores. But they get so sucked in to the games and the devices and stuff that the time passes, and then I think those things are a big distractor. The reason why I believe in that is because when Delia doesn't get her stuff done and I'm to my wits' end, I just walk in her room and I say, hand me all the devices. And she'll be like, oh my gosh, I was just going to do what I was. What? And I'll be like, you will get your devices back when you finish all your chores. Your room is
that's
clean.
AI. She doesn't give it back until the next day.
No, she doesn't get it back. She will get it back. Stop it, Delia.
Don't
Stop.
front for the kids.
She will get it back if she does her chores. But in the midst of me taking the devices, she likes to give me lip. So when you give me lip,
that's AI too.
That's what is AI? No, when she gave me lip during that time, then the time is extended because you had the chance of free will to get your chores done. You normally get the chance of me telling you you need to get your stuff done. And then 2 hours later, I don't see movement. So now I'm in the room. So now, okay. And then now I'm taking the devices and it's like attitude, lip, and all of that. So now, no, you get it extend. So going back to the real world, you think my boss could tell me, you need to do you need to do this report every week on a Wednesday, and I need it in my email by 10, right? And then 10:30, I don't have it there every single week, or 11 o'clock, I don't have it there, and she calling me, okay, I'm gonna send it to you, and then 12 o'clock, I still don't send it to me, send it to her, and this happens consistent week. You know what's gonna happen? First, she might have a conversation. Not all boys have a conversation. They just write you up, because if they give you instructions and you're not doing it on a consistent basis, and you're not being accountable, you're not being accountable. So again, I think a lot of distraction with these devices also deter kids from getting their jobs on time. Um, so all in all,
We're not bringing this back up again at all.
I want to know what you've learned from this.
I've learned that there's no winning, and then I just have to do my chores. That's what I've learned. But
On a serious note,
on a serious note, I do learn that now looking at it, I might do my chores better now. Like I gotta ease into it, you know?
why?
Not done getting out my points.
Okay, sorry.
But the way you put it in like the scenarios and stuff, like, yeah, I do need to do my chores because first of all, no boy is going to come over to my house, see my room dirty, and tell the whole school I have a dirty stink room. I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot do it. But learning how to cook and stuff, just everything else you said, just like learning how to do it, having independence and accountability. That's what I was looking for.
Mhm.
Is two very strong suits you need when you turn to a independent adult. And trying to get my words out, like kind of like classy, you know, but I don't have the words. So, but everything you said, like the scenarios actually made me think about it because, you know, when you say, oh, yada, yada, you're going to need this, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm just like, okay, yeah, whatever. Right. But when you sit there and like talk to me and put it in a scenario and I'm like thinking about it, like, yeah, chores is a serious matter now. Like, because when I was doing chores before this conversation, yeah, chores is chores. I do it when I come home. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't, you know? But after that, like I can see how it will benefit me, why I should do it, why I need it. I don't really need it, but
Girl.
but just on and on, I think that us having this conversation about chores was very good because I know I keep talking about the scenario, but the scenario really helped, you know?
Yeah.
We had some laughs, but and it does shape character because when you come into a habit of being clean, it goes on with you.
Yeah.
Come into a habit of being dirty, it's gonna go on with you. So I think that was my overall, But yes, I do know how to cook, guys. That was AI. I just wanted to clear that out too. I know how to cook.
Somehow AI is really following you all of a sudden.
Getting very advanced.
But anyway, in closing, I'm just gonna say I think it's parents' responsibility that we start at home because what we start at home is what impacts your adulthood. Chores are not just about cleaning. It's preparing you for life, as we've mentioned throughout this episode. I think different generations may approach it differently. As parents, as we always say in all of our episodes, we have we have to take into consideration the generation of our kids and what's around us in the world and adapt and create the rules and the regulations within our homes to fulfill that. But all in all, the goal of everything is always the same. It's just to be able to raise kids that are capable, respectful, independent, accountable, and overall clean adults. So, with that, that is episode 5. Thank you again for spending some time with us as we discuss our challenges and look forward to the next one. Don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and share. See you later.
Bye.